What it do, what the business is Sunday, so you already know that your boy had to jump back in here with another episode of this Flight Lounge. Now, it's been pretty cool. I can't really complain. It's been consistently nice outside. Like, you know, when you walk outside like 4 or 5 times in a row and it's just nice every single day. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. And especially around here, it's not raining. So I can't really complain. I feel like when I've been waking up, I've been wanting to get up and go to the gym and, you know, have my little tracker list throughout the day and make sure I'm getting stuff done. And I just been really feeling and seeing the progression with summer really starting. It just kind of got here. And usually around here, the summer don't really start, I say, until the week of 4th of July. You know what I mean? That's when you're going to start seeing like 90 degrees, 100 degrees every now and again. And then as August kick in, you'll see like the sun. But I'm not going to lie. When I look on the weather every couple days, you know what I mean? I be expecting some rain still, because even though that is summer around here, we're not like Vegas or Cali or Florida and places like that when it gets summertime, you don't see any change of weather. It's just hot. Here, you might get a 65-degree day, a 70-degree day, and then a 100-degree day, and then an 80-degree day, and then it's raining. It was cloudy. It was pouring. Stuff like that through summer. That's what I've been used to. I've been living on the Northwest my whole entire life, so it's kind of just like I know what to expect. So if I want better weather and stuff, I usually just pack a bag and hop a flight somewhere. But yeah, man. You already know that I like to kick the episodes off with a little bit of real talk, a little bit of spiel, if you will. And this one comes because I was talking to my homie, and he had said something to me, and when I heard him say it, I'm just like, bro, you gotta stop worrying about the numbers. Too many people these days won't post that picture, won't start that business, won't start that idea, because they too worried about what a TikTok number look like, what an Instagram number look like, how many comments did you get, how many people were sharing it. You gotta stop doing that. Because too many times people got great ideas that could change not only their life, but their family's life and their grandchildren and people that they might not even get to see because they started this business or this restaurant or this podcast or this anything. You know what I mean? And I just feel like these days, especially with social media, people are too caught up in trying to get instant gratification, you know, that microwave success. And I just feel like if you really are passionate about something and you really like put your pen to the pad and put your ideas out there and you start working every single day, or even if you can't put every day in, maybe if you can only put 2, 3, 4 days in, whatever your schedule allows, just make sure that you putting in the effort, because you never know what could happen. You know what I mean? Rome wasn't built in a day, but one thing is that they started one day and it's here now. So if you put that work in, like if you got a goal of losing 50 pounds, you can do it. If you just put your mind to it, don't matter what somebody else might say, or if people ain't liking on your pictures of your progression, or people acting like they don't see you, so what? At the end of the day, you got to do it for you. You can't care what nobody say. If you honestly in your heart feel something and you like it, who cares what the next man, what the next woman say? Because at the end of the day, it's only about you, because you got to get yourself there. Nobody is going to make sure you get to where you at. You know what I mean? If you want to start a business, you need to be able to put it out there. If you got 100 clients, if you got 1,000 clients, it's all about how you looking at it. And if you start now and say in a year from now, you can be on another level and you wouldn't even know if you don't start today. So yeah, that's what I got for y'all as far as motivation. Stop looking at these numbers and start getting it in. You feel me? Now, you already know that I got some topics, and I think there's some pretty good topics. So you already know that the first topic we got to get into for the week is the movies. Now, I seen a movie that's been all over. It's on Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's on YouTube. And people saying that this is probably one of the scariest movies right now. It's great. Everybody is loving it. They're saying it's a 10-star. You know what I mean? But, you know, your boy checked it out, man. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I did not like this movie. And it was one of them movies that I'm watching with my lady. And I'm like, how much more time is on the movie? You feel me? And she like, shit, like 45 minutes. So I was like, you know what? I wouldn't even mind cutting this off because I kind of see where it's going. I'm not really feeling it. She wasn't really feeling it. So it had to go. And I'm talking about that movie 28 years later. Now, I'm not going to sit there and lie. I don't remember watching the first one. My lady said she watched the first one. I don't remember watching the first one. If I did, if I start watching it again, then I might be able to be like, oh yeah, I seen this movie. But I didn't see the movie. I was watching the second one though because everybody was pumping it up, and I was pretty excited because they said that this movie had been shot, I believe, with an iPhone 15. So I thought that was pretty cool. I ain't really seen no like big movies that are out now that I know was shot with majority phones. I had seen a couple scenes of them. They got like 15 different iPhones just lined up, and they got them doing all these movements and stuff and tracking it. And when you watch the movie, it looks pretty cool, but in some spots, I felt like you could see that it was like, oh shit, that's a little shaky. That wasn't like a real camera. You know what I mean? But all in all, the movie looked great. It just, I wasn't really tracking the story, and I wasn't really feeling the how it kept breaking into different scenes and stuff like that. I just didn't overall like the movie. Maybe if I watched the first one, it might sync better with the second one, but I don't know. Like I said, my lady seen the movie. So when I brought it up to her, she was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to check this out. And once we start watching it, it was an easy dismissal. So yeah, man, let me know if you already heard or seen the movie. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comment section if you already done checked it out. Am I tripping? Are we scared? Is it really number one, or is people paying their way for it? I don't know. But yeah, man, I didn't like the movie. Now, the next movie topic, character, we'll say this time, character, is I just wanted to give a shout out, you feel me? I am from Portland, Oregon, home of the Simpsons. You know what I mean? And y'all, I know y'all been seeing it. If you've been on Complex and all of these different websites, y'all see that the Simpsons, you know, they basically killed off Marge Simpson. Y'all know who that is, you feel me? If you grew up watching The Simpsons like I did, that's crazy, but it's been a long time, you know what I mean? And just like I said, I wanted to give a shout out because it was a show that I grew up on. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all grew up on The Simpsons. You know what I mean? Every episode, all the time, I'm watching it, even though my mom like, boy, what you watching? Because they saying some and doing some stuff on the show, and I wasn't ready for it, but I was definitely wanting to watch it. So you know what I mean? I was sneaking have to watch that. But yeah, man, R.I.P. to Marge Simpson, you feel me? Simpsons is a Oregon legend. I would say that's one show that came out of my city that I'm like, man, I like that. You know what I mean? It's a show that it's been doing numbers. You ain't even got to ask. Every store, every person, they didn't heard of The Simpsons. So yeah, man, I just wanted to give a quick shout out and quick little R.I.P. Marge Simpsons. R.I.P. We down here. You feel me? Now, we got some music to talk about because they've been coming out with some bangers. They've been coming out with some bangers lately, some albums, some singles, some videos. I've been seeing them. We need to talk about them. Now, the first artist that we gonna bring up is one that I don't listen to him a lot, but it's been a couple times now within the last 6 to 8 months that this nigga done threw something out. He done threw something out and it ended up being a banger. And I'm like, oh yeah, Tip, this is a slap. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Rob49. Now, Rob49 got this song with him and Lil Wayne, you know, that was him, baby. You feel me? And that is a slap, but that's not the song that brought us here today. We need to talk about that What the Helly remix with him and G Herbo on it. Now, y'all know if you got a phone that What the Helly been going crazy everywhere. You know what I mean? From the TikToks to the Instagram to the young kids to the old kids to their parents, probably even their grandma. They saying What the Helly right now. You know what I mean? And I feel like with G Herbo been also on a run. Now, I've been a G Herbo fan since probably like the 2011 and 2012, somewhere around there when it was him and Bibby at that time. You know what I mean? They had some bangers. But G Herbo is on a run right now. He's on that remix. And when I tell you this nigga killed it, when I tell you that this nigga killed it, I'm letting you know right now. Put it on your playlist. It's going to be everywhere this summer. Y'all heard What the Helly and what the first one was doing. Oh yeah, Tip. This second one is doing some numbers. It's going up. It's going up. You know what I mean? I'm definitely, I got it on the playlist. I'm riding around with that thing tucked because I'm like, what the hell? I wish a nigga would try me. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, super banger. You got to check that out. Now, the next artist that we talking about is one that I've been a fan for more than 5 years. Might be like 7. And he's consistent. Not only is he dropping singles, but he putting out EPs, albums, videos consistent. He stayed turned up. You know, I gotta give a shout out to this nigga Detroit's own Sada Baby. Now, Sada Baby been killing the scene, like I said, for some years now. Shout out to my bro Terrence. He put me onto this nigga. And ever since I've been turned up, this nigga Sada Baby been on a run. I done seen the nigga on YouTube do motherfucking videos. Do videos of him in the studio. And he's recording like 15, 20 songs. He's recording what niggas is putting on albums. He's doing that in a 3-4 hour studio session. Stop playing with that man. Now, he just put out a brand new album. It's called The Gray Tape Smoke. Now, I listened to it this morning, and I'm not gonna lie, there was some bangers on there. But at the same time, when you a caliber of a rapper that I fuck with all the time, when I'm listening to your new shit, I'm kind of listening to, you know, for some of the old shit and the old vibes that brought me here. Not saying I'm going all the way back like 6, 7, 8 years, but if you're a pretty consistent artist like Sada Baby, you notice sometimes he put out like 2-3 albums in a quarter of a year. You know what I mean? So when I heard this, it has some bangers, but it didn't really have a whole lot of slaps or a whole lot of like replay value per se. Like, I didn't add nothing to my playlist, but the overall project was good. But what brought me here, like I said, Sada Baby, he be going in the studio. This nigga be cooking up like whole albums in a couple hours. Put him in there, he gonna make some magic happen. Now, he put out also at the beginning of this month, and I didn't catch it, but I listened to it today. And it's called like the Black Tape BWO or something. It's another album, 15 songs on it. Mind you, the other one got 15 songs. The Black Tape got 15 songs on it too, and this motherfucker was slapping. I would definitely say this is a lot better than the Gray Tape. This is more Sada Baby. This is turned up. This got the, you feel me, that show enough. This nigga's yelling on there like a real rock star, and it had me in the car just rocking, you feel me? Like, nobody do it like Sada Baby, you know what I mean? He's probably one of my favorite, and probably one of my first like major artists from Detroit that I really like generated to off of the music. Like, there's a lot of stars now that I listen to, but I'll say Sada is one of them. Anytime I see him put out something, I'm gonna check it because he's always consistent. Like I said, not only do he drop a lot of albums, he's always putting out content as far as videos, different vlogs, interviews. He's out there, he's doing it. So if you're looking for some brand new music, something that is gonna get you turned up, if you came here and you ready for a hand or a shoulder to cry on or something, wrong album. If you ready to turn up and you might just stomp a nigga out in the club because you offer them things and you feeling it tonight, then you might want to turn on this black tape or the Gray Tape. Either tape gonna get you right, preferably the black one. But yeah, man, shout out to the nigga Sada Baby, and make sure y'all go in there and check that nigga out. His album is on all streaming platforms now. I got the tree of the week for y'all, and it's a good one. Now, y'all know that I'm like an OG smoker. A nigga been blowing Loud Pack from the Outback. You know I've been smoking that. You know what I mean? I've been doing that for like 15 years, and there's some strands that I would say anytime that I see them, I'm still like, I'm gonna grab that. You know what I mean? I'm like an OG smoker. You know what I mean? I don't need all of this different rapper weed and what they say tastes good and what got the cool bag and do it cost more than $80 for the quarter. But I'm not looking for that shit. There's plenty growers out here that got that Loud Pack. Hold on real quick. I gotta hit the high tech. That high quality H2O get you right every time. I'm gonna let you know that part. But yeah, man, we got this week some Platinum OG from like, I think it's called Timberlake Buds. Now, I ain't never really tried this brand. I just kind of see them. Sometimes I go through the menu when I'm at Main Street and I'm just like, sounds good. THC is right. The price is right. Everything seems right. So I might grab it if it look right. And it did, you know what I mean? And I grabbed like 4 different little, quarters to kind of look at and see. And I ended up taking this one home. And oh yeah, tip, It's a keeper. It's a keeper. This motherfucking shit was like 28.5%. It's hitting every time. The flavor is there. The smell is there. The buds is real firm. You know what I mean? And it got the crystals on it like it needs some Selsun Blue, but it also got a couple little Peggy Bundy, the red hair. You know that kind. But it's fire, you know what I mean? It had a nigga chest burning, and it gets you right up there, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes these niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? They be rolling up these chopper blunts, like, put an eighth in a blunt. That's because they smoking mild. If you put up a little Wiz Khalifa type joint, you know what I mean? Or like a little pinner blunt. If you got some real power pack in there, there's no way you can't tell me that you're going to be lit. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you need to smoke more, then roll up more. But the shit that I'm smoking, you put like a good gram in there, and you gonna be high like Neil Armstrong in this motherfucker. You feel me? But yeah, man, that's what I'm blowing on this week. I got it from Main Street. I think it was like $25 for 8 grams. So that was already a steal. That's why I was just like, man, I'll check it out. And the people that worked there, they was like, hey, don't let the price fool you. The shit is some good. If you looking for some chill good weed with a flavor and a kick, this him. So yeah, man, again, it's called like Timberlake Buds or Timberline Bloods or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's some good tree. Like I said, $25, 8 grams. You can't really miss it. Now, I got some electronics of the week, or I got one specific one that I wanted to touch on. Now, did anybody see the survival game that they got coming out later this year? Is for PlayStation. I don't know how I feel about it. Now, this game is like, at first when I seen it, I thought it was going to be like a VR type game because it looked like some first person type stuff, VR type stuff. These motherfuckers is like, okay, you got to survive getting off the Titanic. Now, I'm sure everybody know what happened on the Titanic, and I ain't never seen them put out no game where they gonna put it to where like, yo, the water is coming in the ship, and I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure they got like tables floating and people running and splashing and all of that shit, but they said, yo, we gonna put you in a real life scenario, and nigga, you gotta get yourself out of the Titanic, through all of the shit, go down the ladder, hop on the floaty, and get your ass out of there in probably about 5 minutes, because the ship is going down. Now, I'm not exactly sure exactly how they gonna have the game, but I'm just like, damn, ain't this some shit? You know what I mean? They gonna take what happened to the people and their families on the Titanic, and they gonna say, hey, nigga, you wanna be in that same scenario? We gonna put your ass on a boat, and we gonna see if you gonna get out or not. That's crazy, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna check the game out just cause I'm kind of curious, nigga. Like, can a nigga like me get off the boat? I need to get off the boat. I got shit to do. I gotta lay this podcast for y'all. So yeah, man, I'm not exactly sure when the game comes out, but I've been seeing it more and more on the Instagram. Just people saying like that's crazy and how much people want to check it out. Like I said, I don't know exactly all the systems that it's gonna be on. I did see that it was for PS5, but I could also, like I said, I feel like the way it was looking, it could have been more like VR style, you know what I mean? And I think that'll be even crazier. But you know, when people put them VR headsets on, if they, you know, splashing around in the Titanic, they might fuck around and jump off something. They think they jumping off the boat, they jumping off their 3rd story balcony and some shit like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm gonna be checking that out. If you already know when the game comes out, or you know exactly like what systems and stuff is gonna be on, make sure y'all leave that in the comment section for the other people who might be like, damn, I ain't never even heard of that. Or I'm pretty sure you can look it up on YouTube and kind of get a glimpse on what the game is gonna be like. But yeah, man, it look interesting. I just like, nigga, that's some real shit, you feel me? But we gonna see if we gonna be able to get off that boat. That's what we gonna do off top. But yeah, man, I got the last topic for the day for y'all, and you already know that it's my favorite topic of the day, the sneakers of the week. Now, I'm thinking about doing another podcast because there's so much stuff coming out, but I did see a sneaker that I wanted to bring to the table for y'all because you already know that I'm a Laker fan and it's RIP Kobe. So this week, we got a collab from the Kobe line, you know what I mean? We got a collab between the Kobe brand, and they collabing with Caitlin Clark. Now, if y'all know Caitlin Clark, she just got in the WNBA, and she been doing her thing ever since she got out of college. I was looking in college, now she's in the real deal, and she's doing her shit. So if you don't know Caitlin Clark, make sure y'all go check her out. She played for the Indiana Fever, you feel me? She been killing it as far as points and threes and all types of shit. She's just a baller. She's hooping on some of you niggas, I'm gonna say that. But yeah, man, They're about to put out the shoes this weekend. I'm probably not gonna grab them. I'm not like a big Kobe shoe wearer, you know what I mean? But I thought the colorway was looking dope. I thought the sneaker, I already had a pair of these, so I know that it's comfortable. And now it's kind of like, at first when I was wearing Kobe's when they first dropped and did the whole low cut thing, people thought that was weird. But now people was accustomed to them. People like hooping in them low top joints, and they really starting to, you know what I'm saying, take a come up on these higher top shoes. But yeah, I like the shoe, and I'm pretty sure if you a Kobe fanatic or you like Caitlin Clark, this might be one of the shoes that you might need in your closet. Because like I said, not only is Kobe a GOAT, but I say Caitlin Clark, she's a woman GOAT. You know what I mean? She doing what she do too. So yeah, man. That's all I really got for y'all, you feel me? Like I said, I might be doing another podcast because it's just a lot of other stuff that I kind of wanted to go over, but I wanted to make sure that I tapped in with y'all so that y'all already know. And if you are a subscriber on the channel and you made it this far, let me know in the comment section. And if you made it this far and you ain't already subscribed or followed me on the Spotify or whatever, you know, platform that you listen to this on, make sure you follow your boy because we got a bunch more content. We got a much more podcasts. I'm going to have people on here like y'all heard my bro Will on here. So yeah, man. I'm about to get out of here, so as always, you already know what it is and you know who it is. It's Jolin, it's Varsity. Peace.